A camazona do pai. Dá nem pra ver. Aí, ó. Eu não sei se vocês chegaram a ver. Ah! Boa ideia. Você é burro, hein, velho? Desligou o bagulho. Sabe que tá mutado, né?
Should be enough to. How do,
Tomar no
Master
seu
Sid?
cu, otário.
Bardolph. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, then all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
Assistiu o trailer do Quarteto Fantástico.
Eu vi que lançou, mas não assisti
Don't
não.
have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella?
Ixi,
You
viado.
know, the one over at Martha's
Fica,
Rest.
tá pica, ó.
Bernard,
Fica
was
pra
it?
caralho.
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you.
A pancada. Pegou um pouco de postinagem aí.
Ixi, Bilzão.
Agora ficou um matador ajeitado aí, não ficou, Thiago?
Pô. Quero comprar um edredom novo. Preciso comprar um armário pra cozinha também novo.
Ah, Clyde.
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter.
I don't mind
Comprar
if
o
he
que pra
don't.
cozinha?
Thank you, Martha.
Armário.
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look from there then. Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other.
Unwanted.
You skinny. No,
Thank
Ai, cu.
Let's go.
right.
Sentimento.
you do, but
And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. I couldn't ask if...
of course.
Marola.
That... But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Ah, que dá uma rapariga, velho.
This shouldn't take long.
Os caras já nossa de duas, né? Sentimento.
That should do it.
Thank...
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Or it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's onto your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
right, Clive?
I am.
That's brilliant.
Is that?
Nope. So as soon as Bernard gets it...
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest, Sid?
Ah, Clive.
Talia,
Recovering, but she's still...
of course, take good care of her.
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to...
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He must have found something.
Clive!
Is something...
It's Blackthorn, and if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't... It's like he's lost his spark, you know? But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear. Because he respects you, innit?
Fine, but if you...
All right, now, wait a bit.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Do you have a moment, Sid?
Which team?
Coles. They were moving a curse break. They should be...
Tá lá
I can't
vista,
help it.
baby.
But what if before they go? But
I'll go and find them.
thank you. The plan was...
That should be enough to go on.
Jill looked white as a sheet when we brought her.
First, what's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
I told you not to stick your nose in my business.
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about... Talk to him. You never know, you... Please, mate.
Phil, it's not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like... Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm there. You got what you came for.
All right.
Hora de aventura vai começar.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a... Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece...
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to go... If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should... Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right.
Glad to hear it. Karen, Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite...
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for it.
Sorry, sold it already. But it were nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him, makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hand.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working the...
I see.
He did tell me summit though. Apparently, His next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambre?
Thank you, Karen.
At least you...
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our room.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets.
Good idea.
Here. What's everyone whispering about? Haven't you?
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a curse breaker's brand. But it's my first time. I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid.
You don't. I know. I know.
I'm for.
Just tell me what you need.
No one. I'm for.
Portão oeste de cair Norvente Sombrac. Portão oeste de cair Norvente Sombrac.
Ah, mentira que esse cara me matou, viado. Cara, tem uma mira muito filha da puta.
Let's hope the draper has Hortense's cloth.
Much.
Lascar, Thiago.
Apologies, my lord. But your items aren't here.
Comer peixe amanhã, né?
They were due to arrive on a caravan from Bucklad, but
Não comprei
there's been
peixe
little
ainda,
traffic on the
acredito.
road these past few days. My mother thinks it might be bandits.
Porra, aqui,
Yes, wait.
aqui tava uns fervos aqui.
Well
Né?
then, be safe.
O peixe deve estar o olho da bunda. Olha o tiro de 12 pancada. Comprou peixe, Thiago.
A mãe comprou.
Almoçar na casa da mamãe, né? Me fodi. Ah, égua tryhard da porra.
Good day to you.
Ambrosia won't help me.
Porra!
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
My share with... As did my grandfather before me.
This is no time to ride. Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew. Be safe.
Ai! E pai! Ai! E pai! Fire!
Is something there, boy? Could that be our man? Are you all right?
That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it...
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of...
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She send you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but...
E pai!
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he...
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets.
I'd be much obliged if you're right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my rig.
Will do. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
And with a bit of luck... How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him? Or did...
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regard.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, here, Clive.
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Still, I'm glad...
That was the idea. Clive's idea. Anyway, he did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Black.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough nattering.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. Nah, it wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cut. Right, now that's sorted. Thanks, Clive.
Que diabo é isso? Mata Draco.
What do you need? So, what'll it be?
E pai?
And?
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about where did you get him? Like, in the...
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
Why?
It is.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done it without you. You got promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work the thing, just you wait. I'll make...
Then I look forward to seeing
you.
you. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
I wish
I think I'll wait till Mid's away to take a tour of her dungeon.
Oh, Clive!
The patron, does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's den?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. All yours. You earned this. All yours. All done?
How goes the hunt for...
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, if anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. No.
What?
Word, that'd be a...
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a
Porra, é
mercy
essa?
that you
Minando o
didn't
cara, é?
inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
Tá botadão nervoso no bumbum do Thiago.
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
Bora.
Ué, é, pai. É, pai.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will
Thiago
withdraw
quer
their
sentar na minha
troops.
espada, ele
could
quer
rid us of
sentar
them
na
in mere
minha.
moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him.
And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little ones said they'd give us new clothes.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Ein Herja, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waloed friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waloeders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Here for another of my lectures. What is it that you wish to learn? Very good.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear.
Otto. Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring...
Thanks. I'll keep...
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart.
We shall.
Pai! Ai! Oh, yeah!
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is. Good girl.
Fly, Ambrose.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead's skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
The outlaw! Thank you!
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Ih, pai. Oi. Cheira aqui, pai. Cheira cacete.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
we didn't know where to find Kupka before, we do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang.
Ah, they've closed the road, and it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Cid. Cid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you?
Eu vou meter meu pé, hein?
Por quê, mano?
Ai,
Tá cedo, pai.
vou acordar um pouco cedo. Ai, ai. Vai trabalhar até meia-noite amanhã também?
Vou.
Então, bye.
Falou.